Cause mid. Oh, I think I just came on. That sucks. Good evening to tonight's stream. UNH vs Bowling Green State in a JV League of Legends match. Just waiting for this first match to kick off here. Looks like it's going to be a good lineup. I expect a pretty aggressive bot lane between both teams. Maybe two if that's top lane side, maybe looking to stack early. Caitlyn as well, having that first strike, is going to have her more prone to take those early engages to get some early gold. And it appears we are finally on the rift. Leaking the build there a little bit, maybe. Nobody quite yet wanting to head to lane. Oh, looks like there might be a little bit of tech issue here. Does look like we're about to be back online here. I guess not. Not quite sure what the issue is, but I'm sure it'll be solved soon. Looks like the problem might be finally fixed here. Quick little 5 minute break to make sure everybody was really good to go. Now we are finally going to be fully underway here. See Warwick start with probably blue buff, or maybe he's just warding. Does look like there's a little bit of action up top early between Shen and Sion. Expected to be pretty poke heavy these first few minutes between especially mid and bot lane. Top lane might be a bit more aggressive. Could see a lot more all-ins, especially between these two. Sion getting some pretty good Qs off, but Shen proccing grasp for good damage. Might get a good level up time here off the Sion. First blood might go to top lane here. Shen about half health. The Sion shouldn't be far behind. First blood does go to top lane. Shen with an early solo kill on the Sion. Bot lane pretty much just a poking back and forth. Both supports taking pretty good damage. Both AD carries pretty much full health. Good Qs from Janna to knock up the Zyron. No big fights early outside of top lane. Shen might have overstayed a little bit. Good use of util to get that grasp proc again. Big damage from Sion. Pretty good wave mechanics, keeping it pushed in towards him. Warwick up top now might be able to offer an assist. Do see a half-hearted gank here mid. More of just a rotate towards bot lane now. Top lane still going at it. Looks like Shen still only having a starter item, wants to fight the Sion. Does have a level advantage here. Another fully charged Q, but the shield takes out the auto. See Victor teleporting in mid on the Vel'Koz. Sion unable to get the last hit on the or Shen unable to get the last hit on the Sion, tying the score back to 1-1. Bot lane dealing with the far range of the Zyra's abilities. No mana with his Ezreal. Shen returning the lane does hit 6 along with the mid lane. Do have that. Shen ultimate in case anybody in the team does need that shield to save. A trade top lane going Shen's way. Might get even more damage out of it. Keeping good CS as well. Already has tier 2 boots. Not much actions in the other lanes. A few trades between Vel'Koz and Victor. Do you see Warwick kind of sneaking around the Victor? Maybe wants to gank that for a kill. Shen doing some really good damage up top, getting the Sion nearly below quarter health. You see Victor starting to rotate towards River a little bit. Bot lane trying to keep the Kate and Zyra from claiming played. Zyra taking 2 shirt shots in the process. Ooh, 2 turret shots in the process. Top lane, you do see him dive under tower to get the kill. Warwick might die for it. The Shen ult coming through, but not able to stop him. Sion passive coming in to secure him a kill of his own. Shen will be able to control this wave how he wants to, get some good gold and pressure out of it. Bot lane starting to push towards the red first turret there. Good poke from the spot duo. Ezreal going for a play, unable to connect with the W. Wanted to do a quick burst combo on the Caitlyn, but it's good damage still. Top lane looking like there's a bit of a fight going on. Good combo from Ezreal to land on the Zyra. Void Grubs do go to the Bowling Green here. Ezreal's trying to keep the poke on, maybe keep that Zyra in lane a bit longer. Shen dropping to about quarter health in the top lane. Probably going back and forth with Sion. Chemdrake's been up for a little while now, so Sejuani might rotate down as Warwick begins to attack it. Bot lane keeping that Caitlyn suppressed behind turret. Vel'Koz keeping Victor busy in lane as well. Shen getting a little low in the top lane. Warwick might be able to solo the Drake in time here. Sejuani hasn't been spotted by anything yet. Looks Looks like there's a control ward as Sejuani begins to rotate towards Drake. See death well and steals the Chem Drake from UNH as well. Warwick might also get a death for it. Does hit the fear on the Sejuani, rotates towards the bot lane, and she disengages as Victor and Vel'Koz both rotate down to the fight. Warwick staying around despite his low health, and the top lane is not looking much better. Shen diving in, getting a good trade for what it's worth. Bowling Green goes up 2 strategic objectives here. No deaths come as of that big fight after they took the Drake. Top lane still looks like a bit of a dogfight there. Shen gets the last kill via Warfare. Does look like he escapes that Sion passive as well. Vel'Koz popping his R here and able to burst down the Victor. Half health underneath his own turret. That'll put up a good gold lead as UNH picks up a 2-kill advantage. Bot lane doing a good job of not feeding this Caitlyn as well. Long range might have been the worst enemy going into this, but if the Ezreal stays even with the Caitlyn, it'll be a good fight for UNH in the long run. It does look like the Sion wants to generate a lot of side lane pressure here. Crashing a big wave and getting a plate out of it as well, going up 2 plates over Shen now. Nearly gets 3 out of it. Top lane doing a good job at keeping that level gap, not allowing the Sion to mindlessly stack and gain a gold lead through the side lane here. Looks like it's going to be an all-in with the Sion doing some pretty heavy burst damage, but Shen is starting to retaliate as well. Bot lane's keeping up that intense pressure, keeping the Caitlyn Zyre under turret, along with mid lane Vel'Koz keeping Victor under turret. Looks like Warwick's stealing some camps and getting some vision on the Sejuani. Vel'Koz sitting comfortably with 2,000 gold. Shen starting to do some pretty good damage. Sion returning the trade about even. Does look like Sejuani might be pushing towards that bot lane. Ezreal and John able to spot her with the vision. Caitlyn about half health. Might be able to deter that gank from taking place. Vel'Koz recalling with a healthy amount of gold in his pocket. Shen takes some pretty hard Sion. Going really low here. Trying to deter. We're kind of saving him, putting Shen off. Once you get rid of these minions to stop Sion from being able to claim the turret. Gank going down bot lane. Doesn't look like Ezreal and John are fine with Warwick close as well. All ultimates except Vel'Koz's are up, so you could see a pretty big fight with 20 seconds to go on the Drake timer as well. As we're going to be about half health for this fight if it does take place. Shen and Sion locked on that side lane. It looks like Victor pushes in his wave and then is going to come down towards this fight. UNH trying to secure this Drake to go back 1-for-1. Rift Herald spawning soon as well, but Sejuani is still lurking around towards this UNH team. That vision in the bush leading to a trade from Vel'Koz and Viktor. Do have a control ward in place to stop them from being able to watch behind the pit as Shen and Sion go back and forth once again. Viktor pushing that mid lane. It looks like they just want to try to sneak that Drake out, pulling it away from the pit from any vision as Shen nearly solo kills Sion again. UNH does manage to secure the Drake, going up 1-for-1 with the Bowling Green team here. Looks like they want to go for Rift Herald as well as Warwick rotates towards the top, spots the Viktor in the jungle. Vel'Koz pushing in his lane as well towards the turret. Sejuani and Warwick begin the fight in the pit. Sejuani able to take the Rift Herald, the eye getting secured as well. Shen jumping in the fight here, but they're both getting low. Warwick able to do the damage. Shen ultimate coming in to shield. UNH walks away with 2 kills. Warwick 1, Shen 1 as well. Shen passive doing pretty good damage, or the Sion passive doing pretty good damage, but unable to kill Shen. UNH with a 5-kill lead with 15 minutes on the clock. Still remains a pretty even game here in the early game. Bot lane especially, I don't believe either side has been involved in any of the kills on the board. Should be very even down there. Shen starts to get ganked by the Sejuani. Meanwhile, Ezreal doing big damage to the bot lane. Might be able to secure his first kill. Does so on the Zyra. Caitlyn not far behind either. Maybe looking to get that second kill. Vel'Koz in the mid lane does get a kill on the Viktor. That'll put UNH up 7 kills in total. A large gold lead starting to form. Top lane, Shen fighting under turret as Rift Herald goes down. Ezreal taking some pretty big damage from the traps. Shen getting caught in the wave of knockups and CC here. Warwick trying to get in the fight, but Shen too low. Looks like Warwick just wants to kill Herald and leave. Smites it just to stop the Sion from charging. First turret does also go to Bowling Green, cutting into that gold lead that UNH had established. Big fight in the mid lane. Sejuani using her R on the Vel'Koz before Warwick jumps in the fight, using his R to lock her down, doing good damage, forcing her under turret. Nearly securing the kill, but taking too much damage and backing out. Balin, though, nearly quarter HP, both support and Ezreal here. Looks like they're gonna back after pushing in this latest wave. Top lane, once again, a dogfight. Shen stopping that Sion from applying too much side lane pressure. Going on to the 20-minute mark here with, I'd say, a pretty sizable gold league. 6-kill advantage. They are down 1 turret and 2 objectives, however. Shen taunting the Sion, brings him into a fight. Trades back the earlier damage, baits out the shield as well. Doing good damage with those auto attack blocks. Both tanks about half HP here. Once he has that Sunfire Cape too, he'll love these long engagements just to stack up that burn damage. Once again, proccing Grasp over and over again. Sion using his R here to catch up and get a knockup. The taunt interrupting the Q to stop another knockup. Tries to do it again, but is unable to charge for long enough. Using Flash to keep him away. The block comes up to block the auto attack, runs out of range, and Sion secures the solo kill. Warwick now using his R to jump in at the last second. Sion using his shield. The fear coming in from Warwick, and he secures a kill. Shen getting the assist for it as well. Unable to use his passive to kill the Warwick either. UNH continuing to hold that kill lead over Bowling State here. Otacon's a pretty sizable objective. I wouldn't be surprised if UNH prioritized playing towards that top lane. As meanwhile in the bot lane and the mid lane, Janna getting a kill on the Zyra. Vel'Koz getting a solo kill on the Victor. Teleport coming top lane. It looks like Warwick might spin back around to help Shen get a kill. Sejuani is towards that bot lane river there. Could see either a gank or maybe a play to get rid of the vision around the dragon. Caitlyn is half health. Warwick might want to chase, but he notices that Sejuani. Vel'Koz might get a solo turret here, but Sejuani using her ultimate to scare him back. Sion now using his ultimate to charge in. Good fear off with Vel'Koz to interrupt the Q. Shen popping his ultimate to teleport in, now giving the shield to Warwick as Vel'Koz doing good damage from the back, but the stuns from Sejuani interrupting Warwick long enough for Sion to get the kill. Good damage in the rear from the Vel'Koz, but just unable to deal with the high health. Hasn't quite completed the Liandry's mask yet, or Liandry's torment. That percentage health burn, or max HP percent burn, will go a long way, especially with the Sion and Sejuani. Does look like Shen and Sion fighting towards that top lane once again. This will be another drawn out fight, both going to about half health. Shen struggling with some of the Qs, or the knockups from the Sion. Warwick getting that movement speed buff from the scent of the low HP opponent. Might be able to help Shen in securing this kill. Sion might have vision as he shies away from the bush, but Warwick wrapping around from the river. Just hit him with the taunt and then the flee. Shen ending up with the kill and sending the Sion into his passive. Meanwhile, in the bot lane area, Sejuani doesn't manage to slay the Cloud Drake. Zyra also dying for the efforts, but that does put Bowling Green up another objective. Warwick, in the meantime, starting up on the Otacon. I believe it's 3.5 gold, or 3.5k gold worth of stats if you defeat Otacon. UNH also nursing a sizable 9 kill lead. This combined with Otacon will keep their gold advantage relevant, keep them ahead of Bowling Green as we head into the later mid game. Sion using his ultimate to rush in, Shen barely dashing out of the kill. UNH does core Otacon, landing them all the stats that come with it, along with the XP. Ezreal and Caitlyn both using ultimate. Neither able to secure with big damage from both sides. Sion going towards this tiered or the second tower as Shen Uses his teleport to get in, and Warwick rotates off golems to come assist. This will probably be another kill for Shen here. Warwick ends up securing it. Sion unable to get the tower. Will end up using the rest of his passive, keeping him off that side lane pressure as Vel'Koz secures the kill and the tower from the mid lane. Already up to level 17, my god. Yeah, Vel'Koz putting on a very healthy showing of the mid lane here. Shen doing a very good top lane as well. Gonna get the tier 1 top turret next. Sion only now just respawning. Shen will get this gold even with the teleport coming in. Might be able to, or might try to solo kill the Sion as well as the knockup does land. Sion getting very aggressive, starting to chase Shen as he does stop him in the moment from getting the turret. Vel'Koz is joining in on the fight though, getting the quick knockup. His passive coming in, doing a lot of true damage here. Does have his ultimate as well. The passive makes the Sion take a lot more damage from the ultimate. On the bot lane, the Sejuani getting caught in a 3v1 against the bot lane and the jungle here. Holding that mid brush as Zyra gets the root down on Ezreal, takes for it, and fighting to get that turret, manages to do so. Warwick getting locked in a battle against Sejuani, looks like, or Victor now. Does manage to kill the solo kill. Shannon faces the same Sion. Ezreal getting closed in on as the rest of the UNH moves towards that bot lane. Fighting in the river as Shen glides and kites around that Sion shield. Big 4v3 about to occur at the bot lane turret. Looks like they're forcing them all the way back. Vel'Koz killing Zyra. Looks like they want to secure the turret here as well. They do manage to do that with Ezreal, and it looks like they're just going to walk it back after that, and they're not going to chase that Caitlyn for the kill. UNH now up 13 kills total. The gold and level lead becoming more and more of a snowball as this game trails longer and longer. Baron Nashor has been up for a little bit. You could see one of the teams maybe try to sneak it here. Vel'Koz trying to push up towards that second mid turret, but is quickly met with opposition. Sion coming with his ultimate, trying to get the knockup as Sejuani joins in, combining the stuns on the Shen to keep him from leaving. He does maybe, he's dancing, doing some tricks, avoids the knockups, avoids the charging Sejuani, does get hit by her smite, gets slowed by a lot. Gets his stun gets off and Sejuani secures the kill. Assist going to Sion. That was a very long and arduous process. And in the meantime, it looks like UNH will punish that mistake by taking the next Drake, stopping them from securing, or stopping Bowling Green from securing Cloud Soul. Bowling Green does show up, but too little, too late. UNH does secure their second Cloud Drake. They do want to try to stop that Sion from getting a free turret, although it only add to his side lane pressuring. Top tier 2 turret will fall, and it looks like bot tier 1 not far behind. Vel'Koz meanwhile 7-0. Healthy 2-level lead on this Victor as well. Probably comfortable to keep him back under the lane, or under the turret rather, giving his team that lane prio and allowing them to check objectives easier. Good poke damage, revealing that both Sion and Sejuani are in that bot side river. Maybe they're looking to catch the Vel'Koz off guard. Rest of units kind of congregating around Dragon Pit. Might see a big fight towards top lane as both teams move towards to try to secure the Baron. Units just have the vision advantage with their control ward on Baron Pit. Pushing deep into Bowling Green's jungle. Looks like they will have an all-in fight in the jungle here. Shen maybe pushing for a tier 3 turret to keep the pressure high. Meanwhile, Sion going far up the bot lane. Looks like they're going to send Vel'Koz to defend lane as the bot lane plus jungle deal with Baron. They know where Viktor, Zyra, Sejuani, and Caitlyn are. They know Sion's bot lane, but it looks like it might be a 4v3 at Baron Pit. Sion might have just showed up to increase the pressure and then immediately left. And they might just have to back off doing this Baron here, but it looks like they might want to force. Nah, they'll just back off here. The fight not really going in their favor. Shen returning to the Baron Pit. A lot of CC on the Warwick leads to Johnny getting crossfire, falling to Viktor, Zyra getting the kill on Warwick. 3v5, it looks like Bowling Green might use this to their advantage. Cut UNH off from Baron, take it for themselves. Looks like both teams just reset after the fight. Yeah, Viktor and Sion both pushing those side lanes. Next Drake does spawn in a minute 45. UNH wants to keep Bowling Green from getting that second soul. Still up with a 10 kill lead. Ezreal baiting out the ult and knockup from Sion, flashing away from getting slowed further by his abilities. Vel'Koz starting to rotate down. It looks like they might want to fight the Sion in the jungle. Shen there as well. Switching towards that inhibitor turret. Big exchange here in the mid lane. The Zyra ult going down. Doesn't manage to catch anybody. Ezreal does use his barrier. They have to be cautious. Looks like they lost sight of Viktor, and he was last spotted in the top lane. The team sort of sticking together towards the mid lane here. Maybe looking for one good fight to knock back Bowling Green so they can take. They are looking to take this next Drake, hoping to go up 3-2, maybe get the soul before Bowling Green has a chance. Sejuani spotted in the river, going for the Scuttle Crab, does manage to lock it down. Vel'Koz using his R, putting good damage on the Sejuani. If she does back, she probably wouldn't be back in time to fight for Drake, as Ezreal uses his R, lands it on the Caitlyn. Shen following up, finish off the kill. Warwick getting a kill on Zyra. Shen barely looking damaged after taking 2 tower shots. UNH quickly collapsing to take the next Drake, wanting to go up 3-2. They know the rest of Bowling Green isn't on this pit. They want to rush it quick and maybe rotate towards Baron. Third Drake rather goes to UNH. Well, rather than rotating up towards Baron Pit, it looks like they want to attack the Sion. Vel'Koz is getting in the way of the Sion ultimate, stopping it from escaping. A hail of CC to stop Sion from moving. And they manage to secure UNH, going up 21 kills to Bowling Green's 8. Many of UNH going back for a quick reset. We push deeper into the late game here. UNH still holding a pretty sizable gold lead with the advantage on the kills they have. Looks like they're crowding around Baron, Pidge, Shen, and Janna, both going to deal with Victor in the top lane. Sion using his ultimate as Janna gets the kill on Victor. Vel'Koz quickly putting together a combo on the Sejuani, or on the Sion is Sejuani ults the Ezreal. Shen attempting to use his ultimate to save him, but unable to do so. Sion just ignoring the damage to get towards that turret, taking it as Shen sweeps around the back. Going on a good flank towards the support and AD carry. Warwick diving with his ultimate, landing on Sion, locking him up as Shen focuses that backline, quickly finishing off Caitlyn. Doing good damage to Zyra. Janna popping her ultimate, pushing that Sejuani back to Warwick and keeping her from stopping Shen as he gets another kill. Make that a triple for him. Only one member of Bowling Green left standing as UNH collapses to Baron, quickly trying to get it done. This will increase their gold lead exponentially, give them plenty of laning pressure as well to maybe look to end this game. UNH does end up securing Baron, quickly pushing down the mid lane with the buff on the minions. Having a little trade with Sion, ending up with Shen and Warwick both being a bit above half health. Looks like just a 5v5 here towards the middle inhibitor turret. Both teams keeping everybody near the front, not wanting to give up this pressure. It looks like UNH will be the first to yield. Running back from that point of engagement. It looks like Shen wants to go for some top pressure, but Sejuani cuts him off. Unable to stop him completely as he goes up towards the top, securing this next wave. Looks like he wants to keep up the side lane pressure as that rest of the UNH team crowds towards the next Drake here. They will be up Soul if they claim this Drake as well. Sejuani up still towards that top lane, dealing with the Baron Bless minions as Shen does recall. 10 seconds to go on that respawn timer. Sion is drifting down towards the UNH members that are down there. Sejuani making her way down as well. Shen not too far from behind. Might see a full-on 5v5 for this fight here. Shen actually teleporting in behind them. The Caitlyn looks like did spot it. Sion making his way back towards it, cut the Shen off. A beautiful knock-up from the Janna. Ezreal ult coming in as well, doing good damage on the Zyra. Vel'Koz did chase the kill with his ult, but wasn't able to get it. Meanwhile, the support and jungler quickly making work of that Drake. Sion gets the down, but the smite Warwick comes through, ending it up and giving you soul. They're quickly using this movement speed buff to close the distance on the Sion and Sejuani. Zyra does manage to ult. The knockup might cost Warwick his life, but still comes through despite the grievous wounds. UNH turning that into soul plus 2 kills as Sejuani and Zyra fall. Baron buff just about to run out as well. They still have insane pressure here towards these last few turrets. Definitely see an inhibitor falling in the next minute or two as we go on to minute 40. Bot tier 2 turret falling. Inhibitor turret close as Vel'Koz puts a combo out on the Scion, starting to burn away his health with that true damage passive. Meanwhile, the stun from the Victor along with the Sonic combo together, but is unable to do anything as the UNH team comes together, doing the rest of the damage on that Scion. Vel'Koz ending up with a kill, going 11-0 and 4. His passive running out as Shen taking some hard damage from the Caitlyn. They do get the bot inhibitor turret. Caitlyn falling to the Warwick as Warwick gets a second on Zyra. The bottom lane inhibitor falling for Bowling Green State as UNH keeps up this monumental pressure. Ultimate for Sejuani coming in, doing some decent damage and locking up Warwick, but he just dives in despite the first Nexus turret for Bowling Green State is eliminated by the Ezreal. Looks like he's focusing on the turrets as the rest of the team just keeps Sejuani locked against their fountain, unable to stop. Nexus is fully exposed. UNH will end off this first match with a W, destroying Bowling Green State University's Nexus. Phenomenal game from their top and mid laner there. Jungle as well, no slack. They did end up locking up Baron and Dragon Soul.